Hi, we're going to create a platform game. So let's start with a new project and let's give it a name, and we're going to call it Platform Game and put your name on it. Don't worry about anything else right now. We're going to change it once we get into the project. So let's set this project up. Click on Layout 1 over on the right in the Project section. And then on the left in Properties, we're going to change the size to 1280 by 640. Click on the link at the bottom of Properties that says Project Properties. The viewport size, which is the size that you see when you're playing the game, is going to be 1000 by 640. Now, you're going to choose a background color, make it a light color, and make sure you can see the color right here, and then click OK. Okay, let's click on Layer 0 over here to select it, and let's change the name of Layer 0 to Background. Over here in Properties, we're going to change the background color to a light color. Any color you want, let's just make it light. And click OK. Okay, so let's lock the layer. Let's click on the little lock here to lock it. And now let's create a new layer. You're going to right click on Background, add Layer at top, and let's call this layer Game. Okay, now it's time to create some sprites. Let's come on over here, and you can either right click on Object Types and add New Object Type, or you can double click here and it will automatically go to Create Object Type. I'm going to click on Sprite, click Insert, click anywhere on your background, and we're going to create your ground. So we're going to create a box that is 64 by 64. Let's come on over here to Resize, and let's make this 64 by 64. And we're going to align top left and hit OK. Okay, now we need to fill it with a color. So let's come on over here to Fill. And over here, what color do you want? I am going to come up here, and I can do that and then fill it. And you can add something else to it if you want. You can add a line, anything you want. I'm going to go with a darker pink, and my thickness is way too much, sorry. And if you hold your Shift key down, you will get a straight line. And then I'm going to exit out. And I'm going to create my ground. And because this is all going to be the same, I can just stretch this out all the way to the end. Okay. I think we need to save right now, so let's go to Menu, Project, Save, log in, and you should have yours in your game design folder. All right, now that we have our sprite, let's rename it. Right click, go down to rename, and we are going to call this ground. And now we need to add a behavior, so right click, edit behavior. I'm going to add a behavior. And this one is going to be solid. This is going to keep your player from falling through. You can also add behaviors over here in properties. All right, let's go ahead and add another sprite. We're going to create another box. These are going to be your platforms. So this time we're going to resize it to 48 by 48. Keep aspect ratio, and again, align top left. So what color do you want to fill this with? Do you want to add something else? And then exit out. So now you're going to have some fun putting your platform together. To duplicate this, hold down the Control key and drag. And you'll do that throughout the game. But first, we need to rename the sprite. We're going to call this platform. And we need to add a behavior. And this one is going to be jump through. And this allows your player to jump through and also stand on top of the platform. So I'm going to put this on pause, and I am going to create some platforms, and I'll be back. Okay, I think I have my platforms set up the way I want. I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay, so let's add some more sprites. Okay, so let's add some sprites. All right, let's sprite, insert. This time you're going to go to your shared folder. I cannot get to it on my laptop, but you will come over here. You will go to My Drive, and you will go to Shared Folders. Let me show you this way. You'll go to Share Drives. Now you won't have as many as I do. You'll go to Game Design Spring. Go to Platformer Game. And the first one you're going to go to is Players. And find probably an alien. The aliens seem to work best. Any of the aliens you want. I'll give you a couple of minutes to find one. I'm going to put it on pause. You will want to get two of these, two that are similar. So for example, Alien Walk and Alien Walk 2. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So find one that you want to use, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my alien, and I'm going to add another one. So I'm going to click here, right click, and duplicate. Actually, I think I'm going to change the player. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to right click and add frame. Click in the frame, come on up here, and you're going to go back to where you had your alien before. And you're going to get the one that works with it. So now we have an animation for our alien. So let's call this player. The animation is player. And in order for the animation to work, we need to click on loop. And if you want to see what it looks like, click on the preview right here. Do you see that? And if it's too fast, we can slow it down. Let's change the speed to 4 and see how that looks. That works for me. You can make yours any way you want. One of the things we found is the collision, or what happens when they hit the platform or the ground, didn't seem to work right. So now we need to change the collision aspect of it. So let's click over here. Do you see where the very bottom it looks like a triangle? And if you mouse over it, it says edit the collision polygon. We're going to have to do this for both of them. So click here, and you need to bring these boxes down. Okay, and then I'm going to come on over here, do the other one. All right, now that should work. Exit out. And I'm going to put my alien where I want him to start. I think he's a little bit too big, so I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to play. Okay, so let's rename our sprite and call it player. And we need to give it some behaviors. So let's right click, edit behavior, add behavior, and we are going to give it a scroll through, a platform behavior, and bound to layout.